In this world, every word you speak carries the weight of a spell. But beware, a voice used for cruelty and malice instantly shatters the earth into a dark cage of thorns. But to speak with truth is to peel back the mask and reveal the royalty beneath. When you find the courage to command your voice, you create a light that the darkness cannot touch. English makes bold. Kindness, truth, and courage. You know the feeling. You are sitting in an interview chair, the room is quiet, and a single question hangs in the air. Your heart races, your throat tightens, and the words simply refuse to come. A missed career opportunity is the surface-level loss. The deeper damage is the surrender of your agency, the moment you hand over the power to define yourself to everyone else in the room. Psychologists call this the prison of silence. You possess the experience and the insight, but without a voice, that knowledge remains locked inside your mind, invisible to everyone around you. This inability to articulate your value feels like an ancient paralyzing spell, one that leaves you stranded while the world moves on without you. History shows us that this specific anxiety is deeply embedded in our oldest stories. In folklore, forced silence consistently acts as the ultimate symbol of oppression. Consider the story of the Goose Girl. A chambermaid violently forces a traveling princess to swap clothes and swear an oath of silence. Because the princess cannot speak the truth, the chambermaid steals her royal identity, reducing the true heir to a servant. Similarly, when the huntsman spares Snow White's life, she doesn't rally a defense. She flees into the dark woods, unable to advocate for herself against the queen's jealousy. Or look at Marianne from the tale Diamonds and Toads. She spends her early life absorbing her mother's sharp, relentless verbal abuse, relying on silent endurance as her only shield. Whether the obstacle is an evil stepmother, a wicked servant, or modern anxiety, the effect is the same. Silence is the tool used to strip away your power. To escape these circumstances, our heroes have to take a terrifying risk. They have to open their mouths and use their words. The fairy tale Diamonds and Toads provides a literal manifestation of this risk. In the story, speech physically projects a person's inner nature out into the world. When the arrogant sister, Clarisse, speaks, her bitter and defensive words fall from her lips as toads and snakes. The people around her are repulsed, and she is driven away. By contrast, when Marianne speaks with confident kindness, her words materialize as diamonds, pearls, and flowers. The court is mesmerized by the value she produces every time she speaks. We still feel the threat of Clarisse's curse today. When we try to speak a foreign language, we dread that our sentences will land like awkward toads, creating confusion and rejection. But the reward makes the risk necessary. The act of speaking bravely is the required alchemy to pull valuable ideas out of your mind and make them real to the rest of the world. Jumping straight from paralyzing silence into bold public speaking is a steep climb. The Goose Girl faces a similar barrier. Bound by an oath never to tell another human being her secret, she finds a workaround. She kneels down and whispers her true story into the dark, empty grate of an iron stove. This creates a safe crucible, a private, zero-judgment zone where a person can vocalize their truth without any fear of consequence. For anyone mastering a new language, you need your own iron stove. You need quiet moments alone to practice articulation and build muscle memory long before you step into an interview room. Bold voices rarely emerge perfectly formed in the spotlight. They are forged in the dark, safe spaces where we give ourselves permission to speak out loud. Once that voice is finally projected outward, the rewards are immediate. In our folklore, claiming one's voice is the exact trigger for reclaiming status. The old king in The Goose Girl overheard her confession while standing by the stovepipe. Hearing her true story was enough to expose the false bride and restore the real princess to her royal position. For Marianne, her kind, articulate words catch the attention of a passing prince. He is so enchanted by the literal jewels falling from her lips that he takes her back to the palace, where she becomes a beloved queen. These heroes don't rely on magical swords or sudden armies. Their restoration depends entirely on a single deliberate act, vocalizing their truth to those who have the power to hear it. Now, imagine walking into that high-stakes environment with your head held high and your thoughts organized. The magic in these tales serves as a metaphor for the profound, real-world power of confident communication. Mastering a language and finding the courage to speak it publicly functions as the modern equivalent of breaking a curse. You shatter the silence that kept you hidden. That boldness takes the awkwardness of anxiety and converts it into the diamonds of human connection, mutual respect, and career opportunity. True power belongs to those who conquer their fear and project their voice into the room. English makes bold.